Shalom Bethel family. It is Thursday, time to review our Torah Talk here at Bethel in Norfolk from this past Saturday. This past Saturday we read Parshat Emor, which contains a discussion of the holidays, sort of all the liturgical holidays that Jews have, and we have a lot of them. And we're going to talk a little bit about why. But first, we want to talk about one of the hottest questions here in Norfolk and Virginia Beach. Question I hear all around, all the time, and that question is, have you been to Wegmans yet? You see, a couple weeks ago, Wegmans opened up here, and it is now one of an unbelievable number of supermarket chains that we have. There's Aldi's came, and new fresh markets opening everywhere. And you've got, you can go food shopping in Walmart or Target now. And, of course, there's still the Food Lion and the Harris Teeter, your kind of standard places. And it just seems like every day there's a new supermarket opening up to the point where I don't know where to go shopping. And I have not been to the new Wegmans yet. Sometimes too many choices. Oh, we didn't mention Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, right? If we want to go to the high fancy end or whatever. So many places to buy our groceries. It's paralyzing. It's funny. This is like a meta example of what Barry Schwartz documented in his book, The Paradox of Choice. And the paradox of choice says that when there are too many options, it's actually terrible for us. The freedom of choice creates anxiety. What if I pick the wrong thing? How do I know that I'm getting the best for my money? And there's no way to prove it because there's too many. He proved this in experiments like you'd go to the supermarket. Sometimes you walk in and let's say they were doing a taste test of jellies. So there'd be 3 jellies. So you try and maybe you buy one because they're nice. But if you go in and there's 15 jellies to taste, obviously no one tastes all 15 and no one buys any because it's too much choice. And the truth is that's what going to the supermarket is like now. I only know these numbers from a few years ago, but if you go back 30 or so years, if you walked into your average supermarket, there would be some 10,000 or so products on the shelves. If you go in today, there's over 100,000, right? So many kinds of everything, so many brands, high-end brands, low-end brands. Within each brand, just go in and go shopping for chicken soup and just see all the different kinds of cans of chicken soup you can buy. It's totally paralyzing. And now not only can you get 100 kinds of chicken soup, but you can get it at Wegmans or Lidl or Aldi's or Harris Teeter or any of a ridiculous number of supermarkets. It is paralyzing. Having all this choice, which seems like such a good thing, is in fact not a good thing. It's paralyzing. It's anxiety producing, and quite frankly, it's depressing. So take the paradox of choice and add into the paradox of choice the imaginary world of social media, where everything is available at the click of a mouse, right? Not only the products, I can go to Amazon and I can get all the same things, or maybe I can order from Whole Foods by drone. I'll take it to my door within 20 minutes. So many options, but not only the things that you can buy, but also the things people post, right? You go on social media and you see all the best moments of everybody's lives, and it seems like they're doing everything right, and what am I doing? And suddenly you get FOMO. So what's FOMO? FOMO is one of these great words that was created in the internet age when people had to start speaking in 128 characters and or less. And, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. And it's great because these acronyms have moved far beyond like LOL or JFYI, where they just stood for, and now whole concepts, right? Fear of missing out is a phenomenon. It is a psychological occurrence that people sit there and they look at the internet and they see what other people are doing and they say, oh my God, what am I doing? They're having all these great experiences that I'm not having, and we spend so much time on social media, so much time on the internet, that suddenly it leads to very real depression. Oh no, I've made the wrong choices. Look how much fun they're having all the time. What am I doing wrong in my life that I'm not happy all the time the way they look? Why wasn't I invited to that? Look where my friends are. How come I'm not there? These are all the taglines of FOMO, and they're very real and a very real entryway into a miserable life. Now, the truth is FOMO has always existed. It's not a new creation of the internet. The internet is just this crazy catalyst to take it and make it go haywire, almost enough to take over our lives. But FOMO has always existed. Even 3,500 years ago, our 3,500-year-old Torah is aware of this idea of FOMO. And it has the perfect advice for canceling its effect. It calls, in the Torah, this idea Moadei Adonai, right? The sacred times for God. But in internet speak, we could call it YOLO. YOLO is you only live once. Now, it became popular sort of in a tongue-in-cheek way, right? It's a negative statement on the internet, right? That we say it's kind of an excuse for behaving badly. Like, oh, I partied last night, and so I was 3 hours late for work today. Hashtag YOLO. Or, oh, last week I binged all 70 hours of Game of Thrones, so I'd be ready for the finale, and therefore I didn't do any of my work, and I'm in trouble. Hashtag YOLO. But according to the Torah, you only live once. YOLO, it's not a philosophy explaining reckless behavior. It is a tool for making good decisions. The Torah is based on this idea of YOLO. Right? You only live once. You only get every hour one time, every minute one time, every second you only get to spend once. We don't get time back. The Torah of YOLO teaches us that every moment is precious, and we have a limited number of them. So in Parshat Emor, the Torah tells us exactly the best thing to do with those moments. Not cram more in, but stop. Stop and appreciate what you have. Be intentional. Celebrate your life and the relationships that are important to you. Emor contains this list of sacred times that is incredibly long. It seems in Judaism like there's a holiday almost every month. But why? This whole list of holidays, plus Shabbat every single week, is a tool for stopping. On these days, we dedicate time to sacred practices, like coming together as a community to pray, eating festive meals with our family and those who are important to us, and reflecting on the people and practices that should be our priorities. Making time sacred, as we learn in the Torah, is not only a positive way to live YOLO, it is also the cure for FOMO. Forget what other people are doing. Forget all the options that are out there, says the Torah. Stop looking at the internet. Stop looking at what everyone else is doing when they curate their best self forward. And start looking around your house, around your community, around your neighborhood. Start seeing what is really around you that you have to appreciate. And that's what Shabbat has always been about. It's about stopping. Now look, I understand. All of us are going to observe Shabbat in different ways. Some people are going to observe it strictly by Jewish tradition, and other people hardly do anything for Shabbat. But I want to make a recommendation on maybe what would be the best Shabbat for all of us. A Sabbath from FOMO. Right? From now on, every Saturday, turn your phone off. Don't look at social media. Right? A vacation from social media every week. To stop looking at what everyone else is doing and start enjoying your own life. Right? You don't need a news feed to enjoy your life. Not only that, go do something with your family or your friends. Spend some time in quality time together. And you know what? You don't even have to post it on social media yourself. And it'll still be a good time. In fact, it'll be a better time. Because when we stop what we're doing to take that selfie and post it on social media so everyone can see how happy we are, what we're really doing is disengaging from the moment and the people we're with in that moment. And saying like, oh, impressing all these people out here, that's actually more important than all of you who I'm with right now. So put the phone away. Put social media away. Every Shabbat, have a Shabbat from the internet, a Shabbat from social media. It's amazing how much more precious time will be, how easily it will be to just eliminate that FOMO from your life. Appreciate the people, the time, and what you are doing in the moment for that moment, because nothing is as precious as a moment. After all, you only live once. Wish you a Shabbat Shalom. I hope you're able to enjoy this Shabbat, social media free, and with your community and with those who are important to you. May it be beautiful, and look forward to talking to you again next week.